Hey there, good morning on this finally Friday, February 7th. I'm Bridgett Ellison. This is Breakfast with Bridgett here on News 6 Plus, clickorlando.com, and our YouTube channel. It's good to have you this morning. We're helping you get out the door, and we're going to round out this whole week with more fog. So we'll check in with Candace in just a second. We also have a live interview this morning about the USA Ninja Challenge Ocoee. It is celebrating 1 year in the area, and a pair of local brothers started this business location, and it is just a really fun twist on gymnastics and ninja skills, and it's fun for all ages. So we'll talk to them about what goes into that. It's actually going to be part of the 2028 Olympics, so we'll get more details on what's happening there. But first, let's get you ready to head out the door, and Chief Meteorologist Candace Campos is watching the fog for us and the visibilities. We've really had a variety of issues with this all week, Candace, so we might as well finish out the week with it.
I mean, it does feel like it, right? I mean, we're going to continue to see pretty foggy conditions this morning. Another round of fog will be in the forecast for Saturday morning. And then it looks like we'll finally start to kind of get out of this pattern just a little bit when it comes to the fog every morning. But at the end of the day, it's going to get really warm by the end of next week. So prepare yourself.
Okay.
It is here.
Okay.
Florida is being Florida. All right, let's talk about the weather forecast. What to expect over the next couple of days. Again, more fog in the forecast this morning. Again, a little bit of fog on Saturday and Sunday morning as well. But nonetheless, no matter whether or not you have fog or not, it's not going to linger too long like it did earlier this week, as we will continue to see more sunshine, temperatures right back into the 80s. Your dense fog advisory right now still in effect for Flagler, Marion, and Sumter County until 10, as locations in and around these areas will have that potential of getting those visibility numbers down to about less than about a quarter of a mile. That's exactly what we're seeing this morning. You can see through Ocala, the Villages, quarter of a mile or less. That's the same story there in Palm Coast and Daytona Beach. So with that being said, let's look at Daytona Beach and see what it looks like right now on our cameras. This is Mount Dora. You know, I always like to kind of take you around town to show you what's going on. It's starting to appear there on the lake there. This is Ocala. Let's go over here to Ocala.
Whoa.
Not looking great there.
Wow.
And then Daytona Beach was clear at the end of the no, there it is. There's Daytona Beach now.
Oof.
Just about, 30 minutes ago, we took a live look at the end of the show of Daytona Beach, and it was clear as a whistle. Cannot say the same again. So like I said, it comes and goes. Right now, though, the one spot, a little hazy out there, that's Cape Canaveral. Beautiful live look there at Utopia of the Seas with the sunrise there in the background. And then you can see here in downtown Orlando, the fog is just kind of lingering there across the area, not really getting down to the surface too much. So that's certainly some good news. So with that being said, I'd just like to show you those camera views so you can kind of get an idea that it's very spotty in nature. So as we take you here throughout the next few hours, temperatures are going to be the low 80s. 83 is going to be our high this afternoon. Our average, by the way, is the mid 70s. So we're running almost 10 degrees above average. And as you look at your forecast for tonight, upper 50s, low 60s, a repeat performance of some of that dense patchy fog will be in the forecast. But I'm going to put it on record right now, Bridgett. I think this might be the best beach weekend of 2025.
Ooh, so far. Nice.
So far.
Okay.
We've had a couple of weekends, but they've all been cold or dreary or too cloudy or too rainy. So this weekend looks fantastic. The UV index still not moderate range. It's not extremely high because it's not the middle of the summer here just yet. But if 60-degree water temperature doesn't scare you, just do be aware that we have a moderate risk of rip currents up and down all of our beaches. But as of right now, it looks like for the most part here in Central Florida, we're going to be trending above average across the southern half of the country, below average across the northern zones. Now, with that being said, there is a little bit of a back and forth with model trends on whether or not we'll get a front next weekend. Not this weekend, next weekend. And you can see that we will start to see signs of a front getting close when temperatures really start ramping up. And that's exactly what's happening. You see there Wednesday and Thursday. Could even get into the upper 80s Thursday, getting close to near 90, right? Now, will that front clear? Will there be enough energy behind that cold front Thursday and Friday of next week to actually cool us down for the weekend? We'll have to wait and see. The only problem this time of the year, if a front doesn't get here and stays stalled to the north, it will be extremely warm. But if that front has just enough energy to push south, it'll be much cooler. So it looks like next
Mhm.
weekend could have two extremes right now when it comes to our model trends. So uh, consistency is our friend when it comes to model and forecasting with models. Right now we have no consistency. It's the pendulum swings with each model run. So we'll have to keep a close eye on it. But I know a lot of people start planning ahead for the Daytona 500. So we'll
Mhm.
try to get you the best forecast we can as early as possible. But overall, Super Bowl Sunday or the big game, which I'm not allowed to say because it's on the air. But if you are going to be watching the game Sunday night, the weather is going to be looking pretty nice. If you want to take the grill and grill out and have some chicken wings, some hot dogs, or hamburgers,
Mm. Yeah, I
or
think
buffalo chicken.
we're all focused on the food clearly from all of our conversations throughout the
Because,
week. Hmm.
well, Bridget, it's because the teams stink. You know, so I can
Oh,
guarantee you to be talking about the players in the game if it was the Dolphins or the Jacksonville
yeah.
Jaguars, or I don't know anybody else except Kansas City and Eagles.
That's how you gotta
And
say
you
it.
know what? We're not wearing red for Kansas City right now. We're wearing red to
They're
go
not.
red for women. It is that day of the
Heart
year
health.
when, yes, heart health. We're focused on this because it is actually the number one killer of women, causing 1 in 3 deaths every year. Lots of people don't know the signs of heart attack and stroke. So it's really to build awareness, right?
And I love that we do that during the month of February because it's red and pink and hearts all over the place for Valentine's Day. So let's
Yep.
focus
Don't
our
forget to
attention
wear
on what
your
really got.
red, but maybe make it short
Yeah,
sleeve today, right?
yeah, I think so. That's what we're all doing, right?
Yes, that's what we're doing. You actually had to
Guys,
borrow some red because you forgot. You forgot. You knew, but you
I
forgot.
woke
It
I
happens to all of
I
us.
woke I woke up. I had an alarm set to say wear red because whose brain is working fully at 2 o'clock in the
Yeah,
morning.
not mine.
And so I saw it. I went on with my morning, prepped my coffee, went to go put on my outfit, and I picked brown. So this ensemble is brought to you by Samara Penis. She doesn't
Thanks,
know it
Samara.
yet. Samara for
We've
letting
all
me.
done it. We've all done it.
I did.
That's
I
why we
did. I
have
did a
all these
little.
clothes in the closet here.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah. But yeah, super cool. So everyone, wear your red, go redforwomen.org and heart.org, of course, for more information. And so we hope you take care of yourselves out there and wear your red today.
Very much so.
All right. Thanks, Candace.
Bye.
Bye. Well, we do want to check in with Trooper Steve. He's also rocking some red, going red today. No? Oh,
Where?
oh, oops. Sorry. I thought you.
Wasn't on purpose.
I'm thinking about
Nope.
Mark Lehman's tie was so bright red. That's
Yeah.
what I was thinking about. Sorry.
I had mentioned to you guys this morning, first thing that I forgot. So,
I'm sure there's one
it's-
stashed somewhere.
hold on there.
Okay, there you
There
go.
you go.
Wearing your red.
There we go. Got to represent a little bit there. So let's get straight to traffic real quick because we have some issues along 417. Southbound right now, as you approach Lake Jessup, we're super delayed because of an earlier crash with a patrol car. They were able to get that out, but then a secondary crash happened. So please be careful, especially as you're clearing Lake Jessup this morning, because you guys are going to come up on those slowdowns right around the 44, which is State Road 419. And then, of course, as you approach Redbug Lake Road. Good thing is there are no wet roadways. So you're kind of driving smooth once you clear that crash. So you're past the 44, and then you're going to approach University, and things are great. Now, the only thing that I'm watching, same thing is the Chiefs watching, is that fog out there. So please be careful. Not too much going on when it comes to crashes out and about, but we are on that fog tracker. But look at the difference. You go from the east side to the west side out here at 408 at Kirkman, and the sky is clear, roadways are doing great, and then a little further south there, over by OBT and 39th Street, no problems this morning. So let's shoot up towards the Ocala area, just north of Wildwood. You can see traffic on the move this morning, and look at the fog only hanging out on the shoulder this morning. And you can see that kind of haze sitting right there. That can move into the roadway at any time, so you just want to be careful. And then the only crash that I'm watching is out on McCoy and Orange Avenue. As you're headed eastbound this morning, you'll run into a very serious delay before you get towards kind of Detweiler and make your way towards the airport. Outside of that, we're driving smooth. Now, there is no Trooper Steve on patrol this morning. I was invited as a guest to go hang out with the Seminole County Sheriff's Office crossing guards for their banquet breakfast this morning. So I'll post about it. I'll send maybe a web copy and talk about them. And that's going to be happening at 10 a.m. over at Northland Church off of Dog Track Road. That's a beautiful facility that they have out there. And it was the first mega church that I've ever been to that does like the Christmas theatrics and stuff like that. It was absolutely amazing. So I'll be out there today at 10 o'clock this morning.
So it's Crossing Guard Appreciation Day as well?
Yes. Yeah, so it's a National Crossing Guard Appreciation Day because, they're out there every single morning, rain or shine, every single afternoon, rain or shine, putting themselves in front of traffic. And, they deserve more than one day, but today is definitely their day. And we're going to chat with them. We're going to recognize some of them and just be around to celebrate each other and, of course, the safety that they provide to our students.
Of course. We love it. All right. Great. Thanks, Steve.
Thank you, Bridgett.
All right. See you soon. All right. We have some news to get to this morning, and then we will get over to the USA Ninja Challenge Ocoee after the break. But first, this morning, we're getting a look at some dramatic video. There were some shootings that happened in the middle of an Orange County neighborhood. A gunman targeted a house, not once but twice, opening fire on that house. And in one of those cases, there were kids nearby at one point. News 6's Mark Lehman has more on how it all ended with the arrest of a 16-year-old suspect.
Sparks fly off San Jose Boulevard as a driver unloads more than a dozen shots on a home around 2:40 in the morning on January 8th. The video released by the Orange County Sheriff's Office shows the car taking off, but moments later the shooter opens fire again on the same home. About 6 hours later, the same gray Corvette returns. This time, the driver gets out and warns children at a nearby bus stop to go home. Go home. Go home. The kids take off running after likely seeing the driver pull out his gun, and he started shooting again. This time, the car left for good, and a short time later, deputies say they identified 16-year-old George Spencer as the suspect and tracked him to a home on Montague Place. Get on the ground! Don't move! Body cam video shows deputies move in, and one of them opens fire on the suspect. The sheriff's office highlighting this portion of the video, which they say shows Spencer holding a handgun that wasn't fired. A second deputy also fired shots. The suspect wasn't injured, but one person at the home was shot in the foot. Deputies arresting Spencer and say this handgun with an extended magazine was found nearby.
All right. Also this morning, a hearing that will be happening today, a big piece of President Trump's crackdown in illegal immigration is set to have a big test in court. The president is trying to end automatic citizenship for children born on U.S. soil if their parents are in the country illegally. But the move was quick to face several legal challenges. And News 6's Angie Casada explains more about one of the cases headed to federal court today.
For the second time this week, a federal judge has blocked President Trump's executive order to end birthright citizenship.
And I understand the arguments the Department of Justice was making today, and it is a real fringe legal theory that has not been supported by the Supreme Court.
Today, a Massachusetts judge will hear arguments in a separate challenge to the order, which seeks to strip automatic citizenship from children born in the U.S. to parents who are here illegally.
Illegal immigrants who come to this country and have a child are not subject to the laws of this jurisdiction. That's the opinion of this administration. We have already appealed the lawsuit that was filed against this administration, and we are prepared to fight this all the way to the Supreme Court if we have to, because President Trump believes that this is a necessary step to secure our nation's borders and protect our homeland.
Meantime, Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem is visiting Guantanamo Bay today, where Trump wants to house thousands of illegal immigrants at its migrant detention facility.
That is something that the White House is working on, to use resources that we currently have there at Guantanamo Bay. So we'll go through the process. The worst of the worst is where that could be utilized. So that potential is there. We know we need the infrastructure. We're going after these guys.
Right, and we will be following that today, of course. We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be back with brothers Javier and Fernando Delgado, the owners of the USA Ninja Challenge in Ocoee. We'll take you there in just a minute. We're back, and this morning we're taking you out to Ocoee for the USA Ninja Challenge, now celebrating 1 year in the community. And it is owned and run by Javier and Fernando Delgado, two local brothers. And this gym's inspired by American Ninja Warrior. It certainly looks like so much fun. Good morning, guys.
Good morning, Bridget. Good morning, Bridget. Thank you for having us.
So you've been locals for a long time, and you decided a year ago to do this thing. Give us the background on how this came about.
Yeah, no, actually, we're both actually entrepreneurs. We're passionate about fitness, and we're also passionate about youth development. We want to start a new business. We grew up playing sports. We played soccer, basketball, track and field, and so forth. We both have 5 children. I've got 3 boys, and Javier has 2 boys. And we really thought about what business we want to get into. US Ninja Challenge is an obstacle course training program that combines the basic skills of gymnastics, climbing, CrossFit, and track, and is actually open for kids from 2.5 years old to 17.
Wow.
The purpose of the program is really to build that child's self-confidence, and it's all about accomplishment, one obstacle at a time, as we say. Our program is different because it has 6 different levels, and as you progress and learn and mastery, you will be advancing in the role of the ninja. And yeah, as you said, we opened about a year ago, so we're very happy of our anniversary.
Yeah, and it looks like what is that behind you that you're showing this morning?
Well, we have the whole gym here, over 30 different obstacles, and we combine every week in a different way. So we change our routine, and actually, that's how kids get assessed. Every 2 weeks they get an assessment, so they go level by level over those 30 different obstacles.
When I look at this, I'm thinking about how sometimes it feels like you have to choose between, say gymnastics and karate because, everyone's so busy and it's hard to sign up for a bunch of activities at once. It kind of seems like this blends a lot of things for kids in sort of one place.
Yeah, we actually say that this is one of the most fun ways to really meet those physical needs of kids in today's world. And it's really about how do you make exercising fun. Many times kids do not actually like the exercise because they feel it's painful. But what we recognize is when you make it fun, kids just don't even realize it and that they're doing exercise and they just want more.
And we're looking at some of the video here. You're at West Oaks. I actually coincidentally took a picture of your flyer, not knowing that we had you booked. And I was over at the tax collector office taking care of business like everyone else. And I noticed you had a flyer out in the walkway, and I didn't realize you're actually in the mall. And I think the flyer I saw was for a camp of some sort. So you have different options for people. You're in Ocoee, which might be convenient for people, but even if it's not, you have other options too.
Absolutely, yes. We do have, we offer actually a risk-free class for anyone who want to try out our obstacle courses. We have different programs, again, kids from 2.5 to 17 years old. And we not only offer classes, we also do camps on winter, summer, holidays, and of course, our the very famous parties on the weekends and Sundays and Saturdays. Yes. Yeah, I would also add that we've actually very tight with the community. We work with schools too, with our PTOs, PTAs, and one of the things we actually start expanding is in the mornings for programs for little ones, 2.5 years old to 4 years old, and we also have programs for homeschoolers.
That's awesome.
As you mentioned, we are the Westfield Mall by the tax collector, and yeah, our website is ninjaocoee.com.
That is awesome. Yesterday we talked about sort of keeping equilibrium in your life with different areas of your life, and one of the things the license counselor talked about was that physical aspect in your life, and having physical fitness, but also social. And so there's a lot that you get out of those types of workouts, I would imagine, because you're in there, working as a group and having fun.
Yeah, no, that's a great point. Actually, a US Ninja Challenge, yes, is the whole sense of balance and the strength And as you accomplish, goal obstacles, you're basically building confidence. The other aspect is what you said is the social piece. We do have kids that actually interact with peers, and all the time are learning how to take turns, develop those collaboration skills, empathy, and those are the ones that really translating into stronger adaptability, and allows the kids to build friendships and ultimately build that social skills. So it combines both the strength, body fitness, and also social skills, mental side effects too.
All right. Well, I'm going to come check it out too. So I appreciate it. You guys sharing more about the story of your gym there, USA and Ninja Challenge out in Ocoee. Javi and Fernando, thank you so much for your time this morning.
Thank you for having us. Thank you so much,
Yes.
Bridget.
Hope to
Have
see
a
you
great
soon.
rest of your week.
You
Happy
too.
Friday. Happy
You
Friday.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. That looks like a lot of fun. Too bad I'm not young enough, but the kids are going to love that. Go check that out. Well, we want to check in with our photojournalist and podcast host of Black Men Sundays, Corey Murray, and he is a chili champion this morning, too. Good morning, Corey.
Good morning. I'm glad you mentioned that. I was going to say that third place. I'm a little skeptical about that. I really should have been first.
I'm getting some reverb,
it's cool.
Corey. I don't know what to do, but you do. There's some reverb coming off of your mic. There's like a little echo. I can hear you, but there's like a little feedback echo going. I don't know what that is.
I got you. Well, let's just get right to it.
Okay.
We're talking about grants on this show. So if you're talking about grants, we're also talking about nonprofit setting up a nonprofit. So let's just roll that sound.
So whenever I work with a nonprofit, I always say, show me your board of directors, because every nonprofit, when you start, you're supposed to start with a board. If you don't even have a board of directors, I can't help you. Now, I will say the reason why I say start with your board of directors is because your board are ambassadors and they are supposed to be your number 2 largest fundraisers.
Yeah, that's right. So on Black Sundays, we had our last three guests talk about setting up a nonprofit. So a lot of people don't realize I have a board. Maybe I can give my uncles or so let's say that.
So I want to tell you how you can get money right now if you have a board of directors who work at one of the qualifying companies. And there's thousands of corporations who does corporate matching. So we have something called a board minimum dues. Our board dues, when we first started, was only $250. So today it's $1,500. Now, I just left from another event, and they said, "Oh, I thought you're supposed to pay your board." I said, "No, quite the contrary. Your board is there to help you raise money. So if your board is full of sisters, cousins, best friend from college,
Check.
and they don't know the assignment. Now, it's okay if you have a cousin on the board, but I remember one day I went to a foundation. I applied for a grant, we got denied. And this is early on, because I remember calling them, "Can you please tell us why you denied us?" They said, "Well, if you just look at your board, everybody has the same last name." Well, in the beginning, I didn't have nobody but family members.
That's right. Black Men Sundays. Does audio sound better now?
Yes. Tell me the topic again because it was echoing. What was the topic?
Yeah, so
again?
basically the topic is this sister here, Ty Wood, specializes in grants. So, if you're a small business owner, if you're a nonprofit, and you're like, man, I'm trying to apply for these grants, but I'm not getting anywhere with that, but I have a nonprofit. This sister here is she's a nonprofit growth strategist. She's taken companies from $0 to $1 million more than one time. This show is action packed, full of gems. Some of the stuff she told us, she said, I can't believe I'm telling y'all this. I paid $1,500 for this. I paid $5,000 for this information. And this sister has won between $50,000 and $100,000 grants individually, and now she's targeting $350,000 grants up to $1 million.
Wow.
So we're talking about, the proper way to set that nonprofit up. Because a lot of people, I hear people, I want to get a nonprofit, but what are you doing to get one?
And there's some
are you
do's and
getting
don'ts.
donations?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, the do's and don'ts, and there's dangers with it, but it's a
Yeah.
lot of great things with it. And she goes deep into the websites to use. Like, should I pay a lawyer to set my nonprofit up, or should I do it myself? She gave tips on that. I can't spill that on here,
Right.
even though I'm about to eat some chili. I can't
You
spill the
spilled the
beans
beans
on
on that
here.
chili
There
yesterday,
you
though,
go.
so we couldn't hear you earlier. So you did well yesterday. You carted in a big pot of chili for the chili cook-off here at work yesterday.
Oh yeah. I brought the ninja in the bag, and I knew we were gonna win because I know the champ from last year. I said, like Hammer, she can't touch
Ginger
this.
Gaston was the champ last year, if anybody didn't
Like I
know.
said, or hey, you said it, not me. I'm just saying. But anyway, like I said,
So
this
you
show drops this
placed. You
Sunday.
placed.
Oh yeah, of course. But you know what? I felt like if I was in it last year, we would have won that. But I didn't even
Okay.
enter. So like they say, if you don't shoot the ball, if you don't shoot the shot, you can't make it. So let's go.
So
Black Men
Corey came
Sundays.
in third. He's not saying it, but I'll say it. He came
Okay,
in
well I came
third.
in
You
third, but guess what?
placed.
I still
No,
have a
I'm
spoon.
congratulating you.
Yeah, I'm saying though, I felt a little sarcasm in that coming
No,
in
you're not
third. So
saying it. I'm asking you to tell everybody how you did.
okay, well yeah, we came in third place.
That's
We got a
good
spoon
for
and
your
some
first
magic
shot at it.
tickets.
Yes.
Yeah,
Go
yeah. So
Magic.
shout
Go
out, shout out
Corey.
to my wife L'Oreal though. Shout out to my
Yes.
wife L'Oreal.
She's
So
talented.
oh yeah, we all talented. Black Men Sundays. Let's get it. This
All
this
right.
Sunday, I'm telling you, you
Okay.
guys do not want to miss this show. I already know Kathleen telling you, Corey,
She
tell Corey to
is.
go on and shut up because we got to go. So happy
Thanks,
Friday.
Corey.
Peace.
Save us some chili. Bye. All right. That's going to do it for us. Hope you have a great day. We'll be back at noon. Take care.